Thanks for joining us once again on Tissue World TV. It's a real pleasure to have with us in our studio now the man who's known as Mr. Tissue, the conference chairman of Tissue World for many, many years going back. No stranger to any of us in the industry, Hugh O'Brien. Lovely to pin you down, sir, because you're all over the place doing meetings, gatherings, speaking, doing all sorts of stuff.
Like you too, you're running around a lot too.
It's been a hectic couple of days so far.
Yeah.
You're known as Mr. Tissue in the industry, though.
Is that good or bad?
I think it's quite an accolade, really.
Could be.
Now, you're focusing now on your new project, The Tissue Story.
That's true, yes. Yes.
What is the tissue story that you're telling, Hugh?
Well, as a little background, it's something I've been thinking about for many, many years, probably 20, 25 years, that the paper industry in general, and tissue specifically, have a very good story to tell on several different pillars of that story, but we don't do it very well. We don't tell the story very well, and so this is a start of a long process. It's probably going to take many years to complete, or it'll probably never be completed, but I want to tell the story of tissue, and the three main pillars are the hygiene benefits that tissue products provide to the world, the environmental story, especially regarding our raw material, which is wood fibers, and the technology and science that go into making these products, which is a lot more advanced than a lot of people realize. So it's those three main aspects: hygiene, environment, and technology, which are all very positive, which combined I call it the tissue story.
And indeed, it's almost a story that needs to be told, isn't it? It sounds strange to say that, but we must promote those hygiene benefits, the fact that we're an eco-friendly industry, and also the technology and science that goes into this, which is all rather amazing.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's a story that it should be telling itself, but we've never quite got around to organizing it. Individual companies have done it on their various angles. I want to do it as a complete industry. I'm doing it. I mean, I started it last year. I have supporters for it. The website is up, tissuestory.com. And we're rolling with it. But right now, I'm in the process of creating the content to make it have more impact. And if you look at the website, you'll see there's a lot of stuff already, a lot of interesting stories from all those aspects: the hygiene, environment, and technology. And the machine is moving to create even more content. So eventually, this will be the worldwide knowledge source for the tissue paper products business. And it's not competing with any magazines or any newsletters. It's just a knowledge resource base that'll be there for anybody who wants to know about the tissue industry.
Almost a central data bank, if you will.
Yeah, central information bank, I guess I would call it. Yeah,
which is fantastic.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. You've seen the industry change over the years as well, that you've been involved in it. You're more excited and bullish about the industry now going into the future than you ever have been, perhaps?
Oh, I've always liked this industry. It's a very special industry. It's an industry within an industry. It's a very special sector of the paper industry in general. Tissue is probably about 7 or 8, 9% of all paper produced in the world is tissue. There's obviously other grades, printing and writing grades, packaging grades.
Yes.
But I've always enjoyed this industry. I'm very optimistic for the future. And I think that we have a bright future. I mean, this week at Tissue World, we've had lots of visitors at the show, lots of visitors at the conference. We've heard a lot of statistics from the gurus of the industry as far as what the projected growth rates are, and they're projected to grow at 4 or 5% per year, which is good for any industry, especially a mature industry, to be growing like this. It's almost
unheard of in any category in 2017, isn't it?
Well, it depends on what, if it's a mature business or not, but certainly for a fairly mature business, we're in good shape. And we should be proud of what we're doing. We are proud in general. I just want to make more people in the industry prouder of what we're doing and be able to tell the story. So my idea with Tissue Story is to gather this information in one source so that people, first of all, the people in the industry know these stories better. So when they're talking to their kids or their neighbor or their local Greenpeace fellow, they can tell these stories a little bit better. And then eventually to get it more out to the public of the good story we have to tell.
Fantastic. And those three pillars again: hygiene, certainly all important, technology that's there with it, and the environmental, very, very positive angle that goes with all of it. So may you continue to tell the tissue story for many years, sir. I hope it grows.
Well, people ask me if I'm going to retire, but I never started working, so why should I retire?
Exactly right. Hugh, what an absolute pleasure to have you in the studio.
Great to see you here, Michael. You've done a great job yourself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us.
Very good. Okay. I didn't like that at all. I'm just kidding.